Major Slack Videos.
Hey, welcome back to Major Slack Videos, here for stuff for titillating tactical Elden Ring gameplay. We are here in the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, and this is my location, High Road Cross. Up ahead is the enemy camp just south of Shadow Keep, and there is a Furnace Golem there, and we have taken the trouble to prepare carefully for this Furnace Golem. When do we do that? It's like in the previous video, in part 25 of this video. So I'm assuming that everybody has on board this armor set, the complete Tree Sentinel armor set, which will give you the best fire protection. You have the Flame Drake Towels. Well, just watch the previous video, right? For now, let's just lose all this gear, because what we want to do is clear out all the enemies. Let me just get my bow here. So use that as a pointer. Okay, so, yeah, we got to take, well, you don't have to take them down, but we're going to do it. Take them down anyways. We could just ride past them and go into Shadow Keep, but hey, that's no fun. Yeah, so we're gonna take them down, and there are a ton of enemies in this area. It's best to wipe them all out. Go in there real stealthy like, real sneaky like, kill them all, and then take on the Furnace Golem, so you're only dealing with the Furnace Golem. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's get ready for that. Carrying Regal Scepter. Starline Sword, that's a DLC edition, new edition from the DLC. Let's use the DK Shield and Staff of Loss in the left hand to give better damage to Night Comet. As for armor, doesn't really matter. Let's just go with something decorative. There. Alright, looking pretty spiffy there, Sabrina. And that is it. Now, talismans. We want to make a lot of money, so put on the Gold Scarab Talisman. And, Brave Mass Talismans for extra damage, extra sorcery damage. And how about... You know what? Let's go with, these two, because what we want to do is enter the golem fight with all our resources, okay, all our flasks as full as possible. Speaking of which, this is it, this is last call, because once we get down there we won't be able to change up. Alright, so I suggest you set your flasks heavy on the HP. 9 and 5 should do it, and make sure you've got this spell ready to go. Flame Protect Me. Right? With that, we should be able to take down the Furnace Golem, no problem, with the help of the Wing of Estelle plus 10, alright? For now, like I said, let's wipe out all the enemies. What time is it? Late day, that's no good. Let's start out in the morning. Alright, it's a rainy morning here in the Shadow, the Land of Shadows. I'm just going to avoid all the mounted enemies on the way. We just want to get up near the camp. Something I want to recon first a little bit. Yeah, that guy. These guys here. They must go. Okay, I had a different strategy. Well, I didn't really have a strategy. I just kind of sort of forgot about them in practice runs, and then I kind of made something up on the spot. Let me see if we can work out a different strategy for this guy. Look up the arrows talismans. See if we can harass him, especially this knight here. Just harass him a little bit. Aim slack. There we go. Here he comes. Now, can I back off and fool him? And then possibly sneak up behind him and backstab him? For that, the Great Stars would be better. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, he's backing off, but he's still got his... He's still facing us. And this has got the Divine Beast stomp on it. That's no good. Oh great, that got rid of the bad weather. Alright, this be much better with the Savage Lion's Claw, Magic Affinity. Alright. Somebody's coming up on my... That's no good. Got his attention. Okay, I gotta watch that. These guys, you gotta get rid of them. Because they always tend to get in the fight. He's not giving it up easy. Got him, great. Okay, that's the biggest problem with regards to enemies. But I did use up a lot of FP on that. Okay, let's get in there. Just gonna ignore that guy. Let's get some hassle darts going. And you there. Get activated. Great, beautiful. Okay, here comes the golem. This always happens as soon as you come to the camp. He starts lumbering down, but no worries. Typically, he doesn't get activated. He'll just lumber down to the front of the camp. You there. Get involved. That's right. Beautiful. Should get some FP back. Okay, let me just, as long as you don't get too close to him, nothing's gonna happen. So we can clear out all these enemies. Okay, there's definitely a couple of guys around the corner here. Or not. Looks pretty clear. There should be a cookbook around here to make golden vow. Unless it's further up. This is pretty cool. No, I think it's further up. Okay, that's as close as I dare get to the golem for now. Don't want to get him too. And destroy all this debris here is going to help a lot during the fight. Okay. Right. Okay, I want to get behind this guy. Stay right here. Won't notice. Puts away his axe. Turns around. Let's do this again. Arrgh. Good. Stabby, stabby. And this guy wandering around here. You gonna turn around? How about you just come over here and say hello? Come on now. Great. That should be this whole lower camp area clear. Let's get into the upper camp. It's just those two guys, one on each side. There's a guy right here. Gonna get behind you. Get a backstab, recover some FP. And this is not good. The knight archer is onto me. I can hear him. There he is right there. Let's wait for him to calm down. You can see him on the right side of the screen in between the two tents there, way off in the distance. That's what I'm looking at. Come on, go about your own business. Nothing to see here. Come on. Okay, let's just give it a minute or two. Looks good. I wonder if I can grab this without... Okay, we gotta go up. Oh yeah, this thing. Just want to get behind the other camp there. Perfect. Okay, priority number 1 is the knight. See if we can find some cover here. It's unlikely the fight will get dragged up this far, but occasionally it does. One more shot. See, if I had the ritual sword here, that would have killed him. I forgot about that. Okay, you're elected. Okay, this guy's got an axe. It's a force to be reckoned with if he does this double swipe. That's a double swipe. Oh shit, I went right over him. That's what the fuck? When these guys, these mesmer soldiers, and they have the axe, and they lower the axe to their left side, they're gonna do a double swipe, and that double swipe will pretty much blow through all the stamina on even the best shield. As you can see, I've got a Banished Knight shield plus 25. My guard boost is 68. Even with the Great Shield Talisman on, they'll still blow through all your stamina, leaving you wide open. So only attempt a guard counter on them if they don't do that. And there, I believe, is the cookbook for Golden Vow. Nope. It's next door. Okay, once again, I'm trying to preserve all my flasks for the golem fight. So no sloppy melee brouhaha here. Okay, let's draw this guy out. You, come here. He actually went over. Like that. That's what I call sloppy brouhaha. Can we get a backstab on this guy? Probably not. Have to go for a guard counter. Oh, he's got a spear. Great, this should work. Beautiful. And I should have Taker's cameo on as well. Here. The Battlefield Priest Cookbook 3. This is very unusual. Make sure you grab this. This is allows you to craft Golden Vow. How about that? See? That's very unique. Okay, onward. Okay. I want to get this behind this guy and backstab him, so let's just get in the bushes here. Destroy the debris behind him. He's got an axe, so he's a force to be reckoned with. Okay. See that deadly swing where he lowers his axe to the left side? That's what you gotta watch out for. Okay, so she'd be able to get backstab on this guy. Great. Fantastic. So health all the way back up. That should be pretty much everybody that counts. Okay, now at this point, having done all that, if you can, if you're on the PC version or if you're on the PlayStation version, I would recommend exiting the game, because everything's gonna, like, you know, the enemies won't respawn if you simply exit the game. But what will happen is that golem will reposition back to his original position. So if you're gonna exit the game and then back up your save so you can try the golem fight a couple times without having to go through everything I just did, Yeah, don't park yourself here, because what's going to happen is, as soon as you enter the game, he's going to start lumbering down, then you're going to get caught with your pants down, and it's all over. So make sure you're off to the side before you exit the game. And then I'm just going to Frankenstein in one of my best golem fights with the setup that I showed you. I'm going to show it to you right now. This is where I recommend you start off, right here. Okay, this is still close enough to trigger him to start lumbering down. Okay, so let's get set up for it. Lose all this. Just going to go with the Wing of Estelle plus 10 and any seal so that you can cast Flame Protect Me. Now let's put on our best flame gear. That would be the Tree Sentinel armor that I showed you where to get in the previous video. Okay, I'm going to lose all these and start off with Flame Drake Talisman plus 3. Pearl Drake Talisman, the highest you got, the highest I've got is plus 1. If you got the plus 2 or plus 3 version, all the power to you. And definitely the Shard of Alexander, because that's going to help with the Wing of Estelle. And the Wing of Estelle also gets more damage from the Magic Scorpion Charm. As you can see, it's currently doing 955. If you put on the Magic Scorpion Charm, it does 1026. Okay, so it does gain damage from that. And this will only affect your physical damage. So he raises magic stack but lowers damage negation, but it doesn't affect your fire damage. Alright, so after you cast Flame Protect Me, you're going to be up to 89 fire protection, 89% fire protection. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to leave this to Gamer Slack, because there's no way I can do this to live running commentary. And I'm going to show you a run I did from this exact position. It may not be the exact money I had, because it's basically a practice run. But from this exact same position with the enemy camp completely cleared, and I'll show you the golem fight using this exact setup. I can't really think of anything with the Wondrous Physic, because the golems, I noticed, they don't really do physical damage. They don't really stomp you like the way trolls do. You can actually get right under them, I've noticed. It's all about fire. It's like when they bring their stomp down is what fire is generated from their stomp. Not necessarily the physical stomp itself. That's it. Okay, so I'll see you on the flip side when we cut over to Gamer Slack. Alright, Gamer Slack is down there in the trenches behind the gun, and MC Dub Slack here in the rear with the gear on the microphone. As I said, when you exit the game and then reload the game, all the enemies in the camp will remain dead, but the Furnace Golem will relocate to its original position, and then he'll lumber on down to the front of the camp. So this is normal. Alright, so let's take a position behind him. We're going to cast Flame Protect Me, and then our Mimic Tier, refill HP, and then get behind the Furnace Golem. And that's your agenda throughout the entire fight. Stay behind him. Otherwise, or rather to prevent him from grabbing you and throwing you into the cooker and doing what I call the shake and bake. Now you want him to do it to your Mimic Tier. Okay, so I cast my Mimic Tier, and now my agenda is get behind him. And he just started stomping right away. And those two guys there, I left them alive on purpose, because once they get wiped out by the fire stomp, which they always do, it'll refill your flask. You get a free enemy group refill. So if this what happens to you at the beginning, where you the first golem just goes apeshit, and you end up losing a lot of flasks, you can gain them back. Okay, so now my agenda, like I said, is to get behind him and cast out that nebula. Just spam that nebula, and make sure you hear the explosion sound. Hear that explosion sound afterwards. Sometimes you kind of like hit a blind spot where he's immune. If you don't hear any kind of explosion sound when you're casting nebula, it's not working. All right, so reposition and cast it again. So he's gonna jump and try to hop over it. I totally suck at dodging and hopping. I think I pulled it off once in this fight, so I'm relying heavily on my fire protection. Get behind him, spam that nebula, and eventually it'll knock him down. And it knocked him down either as he was coming down, or I actually managed to pull off a jump. Anyways, he got knocked out. Let's do a critical hit on his face. Look for the orange spot on his face, and take this moment to cast Flame Protect Me again. It's the perfect time to do that, and to refill your flask. And then once again, get behind him, right at his feet, and or right behind him, to make sure he doesn't grab you. And this Nebula skill actually does a lot of damage on the Furnace Golem. So it did so much damage that I didn't even require to do a critical hit again. We just killed him. So, yeah, one of the best weapons to take on these Furnace Golems. The Winged Astel with the Nebula skill. And that's one of my best fights. Has 7 health flasks left over and 3 FP flasks left over. Very solid strategy. So good luck. Thanks a lot for watching. If you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, post a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to make sure you get all my videos hot off the press. Alright, see you next time. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.